What's going on, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 2015 Mods Career Mode, and we're here with part number 5 for the Spanish Grand Prix here at the Circuit de Catalunya. Been a while since part 4 came out. I've come back from my holiday, but now I've also got to start revising for my exams, guys. So I just want to say before the episode starts that pretty much for the next month and a bit, videos are going to be very, very slow. Maybe, I'm going to say maximum 2 a week. And that might include one career mode and one Let's Talk if the race weekend is on that week. So unfortunately, that's the case. But I hope you guys understand that and bear with me. And once my exams are over, then we can absolutely go ham. I'm planning on maybe even doing daily videos once my exams are done. So I'm really looking forward to that, to really just pump out videos for you guys. But until that occurs, we have to you guys are gonna just have to kind of bear with me on the videos, but hopefully I will be able to get out at least one weekly career mode. Maybe not every single on the same day of the week as you've just seen with this one. This isn't going to be released on Monday. It's probably going to be released on Wednesday, hopefully, if everything goes to plan. So things might not be on the same exact day. So the best way to kind of stay up to date of when videos might be coming out is follow me over on Twitter at _aarava. But never mind. Let's stop talking about all that and get to the actual video itself. So here at Catalunya, obviously we had a very, very, very good Bahrain Grand Prix. Don't want to spoil it for you guys if you haven't seen it, so do go check it out on my channel, part number 4 of this series. Very, very good race. And well, I would like to say I hope for the same thing here at Catalunya, but I really don't think it will. I think that was a major fluke, much like Ferrari's fluke at Malaysia with the heat. I think Bahrain's temperatures and the way the circuit is, maybe it was a bit of a fluke for me in terms of the performance of the Mclaren. Here at Spain, it's a lot more about the car's performance and the downforce especially, so I think it might be a bit harder, but we're going towards that flying lap in qualifying, obviously onto the white wall medium tyres for the option tyres here at Catalunya, and the hard tyres are the orange wall tyres. So here we are onto the flying lap up until Rich Mix. At the moment, Alonso just set the fast lap of the session, but immediately that's beaten by Rosberg, so no surprise there. And I think that's Rosberg actually right there on my right-hand side there, so I don't know what on earth he's doing. And the Ferrari coming out of the pit lane, but Rosberg getting right up besides me as we're starting our flying lap, so you may be trying to put me a little bit off. Going through turn 2 there, had a little snap of oversteer, had to do a bit opposite lock, turning right on a left-hander. And now we're going to go through to the end of Sector 1 here, and obviously, unfortunately, we can't tell the split times, unfortunately. This game is a bit weird. Sometimes it doesn't actually tell you how you're doing against the session, sometimes it does. So we're just in the kind of blank a little bit on how we're doing on this lap so far. Hopefully, it's good enough to get us into the top 10. That's what we're always aiming for with this Mclaren, and then we can see what we can do from there at the start of the race. They're going very, very deep into that chicane in 4th gear. Probably should have dropped it down to 3rd, really, with the fuel we've got. Still need to drop it down to 3rd. Probably a bit audacious to keep it in 4th there, but luckily we didn't hit the gravel, but we did lose a bit of time there. Locked up a tad there, gone a bit wide, didn't hit the apex brilliantly. That's the end of Sector 2 done. Now one more sector to go, and hopefully this will be okay, and we'll see if we can get into the top 10. And we're on low fuel. Obviously, the fuel is coming up on the right. The pit is coming up on the right as well. But we're going to finish the lap on. We're right on the max of the tyres and the fuel. And Alonso set another fast lap of the session. Immediately beaten again by a Mercedes, which is this time Hamilton. We're going to come through for 2nd place at the moment. 7 tenths behind Hamilton. 7 tenths is a huge gap, so I don't think we'll be staying in 2nd. Definitely not. And as we come on to our 2nd flying lap, we're down to 7th at the moment. We're coming through to the end of this 2nd flying lap. So we haven't shown you the rest of the whole lap, but it's been an okay lap. It's been pretty much the same as the 1st lap, so this might be very close. We might not be improving by that much, but hopefully maybe by a 10th or so. Let's see what we do, and we haven't improved, unfortunately. We're actually just 700 slower than our 1st flying lap, unfortunately. So we're going to have to accept that. 7th place for us today in qualifying at the Spanish Grand Prix. We've beaten our teammate Fernando Alonso, though, so I guess that's, well, that's always something you're looking to do when you're in the same car. Just beat the person in the same car as you. And Hamilton's got pole position, Nico Rosberg 2nd, Vettel in 3rd, and Raikkonen 4th. So, front row lockout for Mercedes and 2nd row lockout for Ferrari. Those two teams are really the ones to watch for the championship this year. Looks like, but hopefully, I'll be hoping for my sake that I'm going to be put into that mix, and it might be a 5-way scrap by the end of the season. Hopefully, we can do that with this McLaren improving performance. But unfortunate here at Spain, but I always thought Spain's not a very strong track for me. In the past, been very poor. I remember in Season 1 in the Williams, it was a very, very poor career mode race for me there. So hopefully, we're just going to have to try and do our best for the race. So the final thing to do before the race is work out the race strategy. We're going for an option prime according to our engineers. I don't know how the option tires will last. If they do last a bit longer, I might go option, but we'll see how that goes. The setup is quite high on the downforce, so hopefully the tire wear shouldn't be too bad, but here at Catalonia that is to be expected. But here we go, onto the grid of the Spanish Grand Prix, part 5 of this career mode. We had a brilliant result last time in part 4. Can we do it again for part 5? Let's go to the grid. So here we go, revving up for 5 red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix, the 5th part of this career mode, and we are off, and we're getting a terrible start actually. A lot of wheel spin in gear 1 and then gear 2, and Fernando Alonso, our teammate, shoots up alongside us on the right hand side, down the middle of me and Massa, and he's got a brilliant start, really like real life, isn't it? He just shoots up, and we're going towards turn 1 now, very tricky, very wide corner, allows a lot of cars to come in, but then it gets a bit tighter into the turn 2, and we're down to 8th place at the moment, so we've lost 1 place from the start. We've got some cars on the right hand side of us. I think that's Valtteri Bottas in the Williams on the right hand side, and then we've got Lotus of Grosjean, I think that was Grosjean behind us. Looks like Ricciardo's going very slowly on the apex of that turn, parking the bus a little bit on Massa, and that's allowed Alonso to go right around the outside of him. So Alonso, brilliant start from him, our teammate. Obviously, he's been doing quite poorly this season, so it's sort of good to see that he's doing quite well, but we've had quite a bad start in comparison. So now we cut later on to lap 4 now. A bit of a yellow flag on this straight. Don't exactly know why, but nevertheless, we're going to carry on in 8th place, trying to gain maybe in 7th place. Ricciardo looks like he's been overtaken by Massa. Massa goes cleanly around the outside of him. And can we try and get Ricciardo on the back foot? Looks like he's going very slowly there as we just tap him a little bit on his gearbox. And he's going very slowly after being overtaken. Massa maybe a little bit dazed, I'm not too sure. But the Red Bull hasn't been too great either this season and in real life as well. So maybe they're having the same exact problems as they are in real life with some braking issues as Ricciardo was very slow there through the corners. But now off the last turn there onto lap 5. Can we get DRS open and then try and overtake him up into 8th gear eventually by the end of the straight? He's got DRS as well, but looks like the Honda engine's a bit more grunt than a Renault at the moment with a DRS, and we've overtaken him and we've slotted in onto the racing line up to 7th place behind our teammate Alonso, who's also been overtaken by Massa now. So Massa, really good charge from him to overtake 2 cars there in the span of 2 sectors. And now we've got to try and chase down our teammate up ahead in 6th place. We're up to 7th, and he's had a very good start, as I said. And let's try and ruin his party a little bit. And, you know, we've been doing really well to beat him in the teammate challenge so far. We are winning the teammate challenge 4-5, I believe, against Alonso. So let's try and do another good move on him and today and try and beat him once more. I'm going to go down the inside. A bit of a late move, actually. I hesitated a little bit. As you saw, I just moved to the left-hand side. Very late there, actually. Little fake there. I was a bit hesitant. Didn't really know where Alonso was going. He kind of parked it in the middle of the track. But nonetheless, we got him down the inside. That was quite a tight move, but we made it work up into 6th place. Now let's try and get Massa. But unfortunately, cutting on to lap 9, we haven't been able to get Massa. The tyre's starting to wear off a little bit, and we got one more lap till our pit stop. And unfortunately, we just couldn't get the power down to try and get Massa. As we come through the last corner, oh my god, the apex, the curb has chucked us off there to the left-hand side into the gravel. We've lost 2 places there to Ricciardo and Alonso. Now some cars are coming up behind us on the mini-map there. You can see on the left-hand side. There they come. I think that's Sergio Perez there. I think it will just about fend off whoever else is there. I believe that's a Lotus car of, I think, Grosjean or Maldonado. We're just about fended him off. And now we're trying to close back down on Sergio Perez through the 2nd turn. A little bit of oversteer there. Huge snap of oversteer now on the exit. Maybe put the power down a bit too early. And now we're getting the all slaps of oversteer there. Just putting the power down a bit too eagerly now. And Maldonado's going to maybe try and overtake us on the left-hand side. And indeed, he's going to try and make the move. Looks like he might make it done. We're going to try our best to squeeze him out. But no, Maldonado has... No, that's Grosjean, sorry. My apologies. Grosjean's got us. Maldonado's there. And, oh, wow. It had to be. It had to be with Pastor Maldonado. We lose a bit of our front wing. How surprising there. Thank you, Maldonado. Thank you. So now on to the next lap. At the end of that lap, we're coming into the pits now for our pit stop. Scheduled pit stop. Unfortunately, their tyres really got worn. and that all happened very, very fast. So essentially, we lost the back end, lost the car on that last corner. I don't know what happened there. It was kind of half the curb, I think, spinning me out a little bit of an auto spin curb, but also I think I put the power down a bit too eagerly on the last turn there. Put me into gravel, lost 2 places there, then lost a place to Perez, and then I put the power down again way too early in turn 2. You know, a lot of comments about my control and throttle's been quite good lately, but, you know, there are those moments where the tyres are really bad, where it's just too difficult to handle, and you just put it down a bit too early, spin the rear tyres up, and unfortunately we paid the price. We're down to 16th place at the moment now, so we have to do a lot of work to try and gain back into the points-paying positions. So now we cut onto lap 12 now. We're in 13th place after some people have made their pit stops. We've overtaken Marcus Ericsson there, he stayed behind us, and now we've got Valtteri Bottas, who we were, obviously, if you remember, quite some way ahead, and now he's ahead of us. We're going to try and make the move on him, and we are going to go around the outside, thanks to Romain Grosjean, really, as Bottas may have had us, but Grosjean kind of slowed him down. We've got a little caution for causing a collision. I don't really know what for. I mean, I tapped Bottas' side pod a little bit, but I really couldn't do too much. He was squeezing me right to the edge of the track, so I already couldn't do much about that. But now we've come to lap 15. Speaking of Grosjean up ahead, I'm going to try and overtake him for 10th place. And this will be the last points paying position down the inside on the apex. And just like the move we made on Fernando Alonso earlier, we've made that move stick. Bottas has followed us through there, so he's right behind us still now, and he's overtaking Grosjean. Now onto lap 17. We're in P10 at the moment, but Bottas is coming very rapidly with DRS, and he looks like he might overtake us. Can we defend? No, we can't. He goes cleanly past us, and we can't even outbrake him into the first corner. He's clearly got past us, and now we're down to 11, so outside the points again. And this is a real big reality check from the last episode, part 4. We've gone from, well, it's been long enough in the video, I'll spoil it now. It's been, you know, it's gone from winning a race to essentially battling for 1 point here for 10th place at the moment on lap 18. Here's hoping that we can gain even more positions than just 1 for P10. But now Danica Fiat is down to 10th place. We're going to try and overtake him around the outside. Late braking move. Bottas going to do the exact same, maybe to Alonso. No, he's not. He's being squeezed out by Alonso. Bottas going very slowly. We're going to take that position. Don't mind if I do. Bottas going very, very slowly, and it's not like I'm just going to let him sit there and, you know, take 9th place. I'm going to take that from him. And now we're up to 9th, and now our teammate, who probably thought his race was a bit ruined by us overtaking him and then a few other cars overtaking him. He's up ahead again in 8th place, and now we're behind and we need him trying to overtake him. So now onto lap 21 now. We open the DRS within 1 second of Alonso. But Bottas is within 1 second, even more, and now minus seconds. He's overtaken us now with DRS, but we're going to outbrake him into the first turn, this time able to defend from him, and we're back up to 9th place. Alonso looks like he went a bit slowly there in turn 1, and we're really gaining on him now in the slipstream through the right-hander. Can we try and get him later on in the lap? And we're going to try and just do that on the last corner through the chicane. We've got our pit stop board has come up. We should have made the pit stop there, but we're actually really close to Alonso, so I'm actually going to try and overtake him here and try and just kind of get him on track instead of through the pit stops. We could have maybe overtaken him with the undercut, but we'll try and get him on track here in the DRS, in the slipstream. He's got no DRS to defend. He's defending quite well, though. He's breaking a bit late there, but into turn 2, I've got the higher ground. We've gone around the outside of him for 6th place. A little snap of oversteer there on the exit, but that is job done for 6th place at the moment. I don't know exactly if that's going to be 6th place in the race. We'll have to see who else is yet to pit. But now on lap 22, the tyres are starting to go off again on the prime tyres, but we can't make the pit stop yet. So we have to go out for another second lap from when our pit stop was, because as you can see by the mini-map, Alonso's coming to the pit, so I didn't want to hold him up. I mean, he's had a poor season so far, and he is going to get in points and positions, I think, this race, so I didn't really want to hold him up. So we've gone 2 laps longer there, just to kind of aid our teammate, so hopefully he'll be thanking me later in the paddock. But we're coming to the pits now for a set of option tyres. So as I said at the beginning of the race, if the options can go long enough, we're going to go option, prime, option. And obviously the options gave us a bit of trouble at the beginning of the first stint. We lost quite a few positions at the end, but I've gone long on the primes, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And looks like we're going to be in P7, hopefully. Perez behind us, Ricciardo ahead of us in 6th place. And I think we should be coming out. No, we're P8 now. Perez has overtaken us, so we're in P8. Hopefully we'll stay ahead. No, I think Bottas has overtaken us. Yes, unfortunately, Bottas has got the undercut on us, and he actually pit a few good laps before us. He's got a major undercut there, and Danica Fiat even closed up on him, and we had lost them previously, so they've really gained on those fresh prime tyres. So now we have to try and overtake Valtteri Bottas once more, as the confirmation he is on the prime tyres. I'm on the options, so fresh options. I should be able to overtake him here with DRS. Get quite poor traction actually off that corner. I would have thought we got better traction with the option tires, but no, Bottas got better. We've dived down the inside, very late move, hit the apex, really hugged the apex there. It looks like Danica Fiat's followed us through there, so we've got 8th. Danica Fiat's come home in 9th there to overtake Bottas, and now we're going to try and overtake Sergio Perez on lap 26 with the DRS wide open. He's got no DRS, he's got no one ahead of us to help him with the aid of DRS, and can we get him by the end of the straight? I don't think so. It'll be quite a late move. We do. No, we have to stick behind him through turn 2 now. Can we get him getting a really good exit? Can we just keep it right behind the dirty air? It's quite big, but it looks like he's opening the gap, and we've gone right around the outside of Sergio Perez for 7th place. Great move. He actually really just opened it up for me. I didn't think he was. I thought he was going to close the door there on me, but no, he left it open, and I've got 7th place there, and that is unfortunately going to be that. That's it for the race. Unfortunately, 7th place will be the best we finish today. Lewis Hamilton's won the race, and he's finally won a race this season. This is actually the first race he's won this season, so congratulations. Eventually he's got there, and Bottas right behind us there. He could have maybe got us late charge for 7th place, but we've kept it. 7th place, a little bit disappointing. I mean, obviously we've gone from winning to 7th, so maybe a bit of a reality check, as I said before, but you know, Spain's not one of my best circuits. A lot of tyre wear there, and especially considering the mistake we made on stint 1, it really was probably more my mistake than the auto spin curve, just putting the power down way too early and getting on the apex a bit too aggressive. So, unfortunately, we have to pay the price there for 7th place. Alonso gets 10th, so only 1 point. So, Alonso, I believe that's his only 1 point to his name this season. So, really struggling in the Honda Mclaren this season compared to me, and we're doing an okay job. Obviously, we want to be a bit better, but we have to wait for the McLaren to improve. It's not going to take, you know, it's not going to be as good as we had it in the Red Bull last season. We have to wait patiently for the R&D upgrades to come, but we're 5th place at the moment. We were 3rd, so we've gone down 2 places there, unfortunately, with that 7th place. And Nico Rosberg right now leads the championship. Hamilton's 2nd there, and we're still in a solid 4th place in constructors, so that's pretty good. If you guys did enjoy that episode, then do leave a like. Comment below on what you thought of that. That was a real fighting episode. Just had to do the best we could after the few mistakes and just the track conditions and general circumstances. But if you, again, did enjoy that, give it a like, subscribe, and new around here for weekly F1. I've been aarava. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll see you guys next time.